Valve just dropped new Steam hardware. This just happened right now.
Hey everyone, this is Steam Deck. Steam Deck is our powerful, portable, handheld gaming PC
Steam Deck
that lets you take
2.
your Steam library with you anywhere. We're pretty proud of it. People
I've read this so many times, and I like it.
who own Steam Decks have been playing everywhere, and we couldn't be happier with the response we've heard from all of you. We're excited to talk about the future of Steam Deck, but not today, because this isn't a video about the future of Steam Deck.
Why do they do this? Why do they do that? Because it's funny? It's silly?
This is a video about the future of Steam hardware. Today, we're announcing 3 new members of the Steam hardware lineup. All connect you with powerful PC gaming. All are optimized for gaming with Steam, and all are shipping in early 2026.
Oh!
Let's start with this one. This is the new Steam controller.
Does this look comfortable? Yeah.
The new Steam controller puts all of your Steam games at your fingertips, so you can play wherever and however you want. Just like with Steam Deck, we want you to be able to play any game with your Steam controller.
Look at this guy's setup. It's so cozy with the fairy lights. I'm gonna save this for inspo.
It puts all of your Steam games at your fingertips, so you can play wherever and however you want. Just like with Steam Deck, we want you to be able to play any game with your Steam controller, even games never built with a controller in mind. It has all the great features from Steam Deck, like trackpads.
Do you guys use on your Steam Decks like the stupid, like the trackpads? What do you use them for? I've never used it. I've like installed controller layouts that use them, but I don't get it. Like as a mouse? You put for Counter-Strike. You're fucking trolling me. Wait, people are saying Counter-Strike. Bro, if my teammate is playing on the Steam Deck, I'm gonna kill myself, man. You're telling me people play Counter-Strike on the Steam Deck? I'm livid. I'm not gonna trust a Steam Deck user to hold my long.
From Steam Deck, like trackpads, gyro, and back buttons, all in a comfortable form factor. Its next-generation magnetic thumbsticks let you play with improved responsiveness and longevity. We've put capacity.
You know, I like it. I actually like that all the buttons and everything has moved up. However, the use of like the sticks, I feel like if you don't have bigger hands, it's going to be really uncomfortable because you're going to be extending your thumb out. But I'm interested to hold it.
Touch sensors on the thumbsticks.
Like, especially if you're not using the pads a lot, there's a lot of dead space.
And now on the back of the controller too, so you can enable precision gyro aiming with the touch of your thumb or your pinky if you're feeling fancy. Play for way too long with a rechargeable lithium-ion battery that allows for over 35 hours of playtime. With Steam Controller, we want to make charging and wireless pairing something that's actually easy.
This guy's set
That's
up.
why we created the Puck. The Puck is a combination wireless adapter and magnetic charger included with every Steam controller.
W Puck.
Snap it on to charge.
This is a great idea.
Once you're charged up, snap it off again. You can play over Bluetooth or...
Oh, no way. They got soda in this trailer? No fucking way. That's actually so sick.
A wired connection too. The new Steam controller works with any device running Steam or Steam Link, whether it's a PC, Mac,
do people play like this?
handheld, smartphone, Steam Deck, or the new Steam Machine. Oh, this is the new Steam Machine.
Okay, you know what's cool though? I'm sorry, I'm pausing so much, but I like the seamlessness. If it's easy to sync between different devices, I'm pro controller. It's like why I like AirPods. You know what I mean? Do I like the AirPods like when they came out? Not really, but it was so easy to set up and so easy to use because Apple has that stupid fucking monopoly on, you know, the peripherals. That's what I like. Same thing with the Steam Deck. I like that you can just turn it on and it's just right where you left it off, and then you can turn it off and it's totally fine. That's what I like. And I think if Valve understands that, the controller might be an interesting purchase. Because it just will seamlessly sync to everything. That's cool.
Steam Machine is a powerful gaming PC in a small but mighty package, designed for your games on the big screen. It's quiet too, which is crazy since it's 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck, powered by a discrete, semi-custom AMD GPU, enabling 4K gaming at 60 frames per second with FSR. Steam Machine runs SteamOS made for a bigger screen, built for gaming in your living room, your office,
it's a computer.
Or wherever you play, with the rest of your PC accessories. Steam Machine borrows some great features from Steam Deck.
See, they know what I'm talking about. Fast suspend / resume. Okay, it is a PC, but it's totally different because it's just like saying a Steam Deck is a laptop. No, it's not. It's built custom to play for gaming. I think this is actually pretty exciting.
Lightning fast sleep and wake.
Wait, but I'm also a Valve fanboy, so I don't know.
An SD card
it's a console
to easily expand your storage, and bring some new tricks of its own, like a customizable LED strip, which can show different system functionalities.
Hey, thanks,
or your own light
Zamson.
show. Steam Machine is a PC. So
I think this looks so fucking sexy, by the way. Can I say that? Oh my god, it looks so fucking sexy. It looks so much better than like the Xbox One or the PlayStation 5. Like, it's just a fucking cube. It fits in with any other like cable box you have. It's just a fucking cube. I don't know why console creators act like they're making some fucking UFO or some shit. I just like a cube. A fucking cube.
run whatever
It's good. It looks like a cable box.
software you want, and it works with all your favorite desktop and gaming accessories. Steam
Sexy.
Machine is designed to work hand in hand with the Steam controller, with the low latency, wireless connectivity of the Steam controller puck built right in. And it's great for streaming your games to your phone.
Hey, do we know the
tablet,
price for
laptop,
anything or
Steam
no?
Deck, or Steam Frame. Oh, yep. This is Steam Frame.
Oh.
Steam Frame is Valve's
It looks so funny.
next generation VR
Jarvis.
hardware. Stream all your
Oh yeah, what games you
Steam
playing,
games,
Grandma?
VR and
Just
non-VR
kidding.
alike in this comfortable, lightweight, wireless VR headset. Steam Frame uses camera-based tracking, so getting into your games is as easy as slipping on the headset and waking it up.
I like it. One in chat if you want this, if it was cheap.
Steam Frame controllers, included with the headset, are designed with all the inputs you need for your VR titles, like motion controls and capacitive tracking for all your fingers, as well as a split gamepad layout to work with your whole Steam library. They even feature the same magnetic thumbsticks as Steam controllers
They love their
for responsiveness
thumbsticks.
and longevity. Steam Frame also pairs seamlessly with the new
I am a hater of
Steam
VR.
controller. The great
Dude, I have the Valve Index or whatever. I never use it and I feel bad about it. I just like don't ever want to put it. It's too much of a commitment. It's not the future of games. I understand you can play non-VR games in this like big picture mode or whatever, but games are passive. I feel like there's a misunderstanding of like how people actually play games. People play games with Twitch on their second monitor or YouTube or a movie. This is fully immersive. The only thing you can look at is your game. It's just not how people play. Gaming is more of like a side thing. That's why mobile is doing so well, in my opinion.
companion for playing non-VR games in the headset. To make sure streaming is smooth and stable no matter what, Steam Frame includes a wireless adapter that lets you stream your games from
Like there's just no fucking, I understand. This is so cool, by the way. It's not lost on me. But there's just no way the benefit of this is just versus like looking at a monitor.
PC
I'll
to
never
your
do it.
headset over a fast and dedicated Wi-Fi 6 connection. And the game is streamed to your frame optimized for VR.
This is sick. That's
using new
sick.
technology that allows for the highest resolution streaming exactly where your eyes are looking. And Steam Frame is a PC, running Steam OS. In addition to streaming,
It's an Xbox.
you can install and play a bunch of VR and non-VR games
Cool.
right in the headset without a host PC.
That's
You can
cool.
also expand your onboard storage to fit even more games with a micro SD card.
But like my take is this is still a goggle. Like this is still a VR goggle. And I just like am not convinced on the premise of this as like the future of interfacing with the world. That's why I think like the Meta's glasses are better because they're just less intrusive.
more games with a micro SD card. Steam controller, Steam machine, and Steam frame. All built with the same DNA as Steam Deck.
Have you played Half-Life Alyx? One of the best gaming experiences I've ever had. I streamed it. It's incredible. It's the best game ever. But it's just not how it's a one-off. It's that came out how many years ago? No game has surpassed that.
Powered by Steam, work together, and can be used however you'd like with whatever peripherals and accessories you choose. Everything you see here is the culmination of what we've learned from our previous hardware experience and what we wanted ourselves as gamers. Powerful PC gaming in an open ecosystem.
Your ass is not saying Beat Saber is better than Half-Life Alyx, right? There's just no fucking way. I've heard 3 chatters say, what about Beat Saber? Come on.
More ways
Come
to
on,
enjoy the
man.
games you love and discover new ones. Steam controller, Steam machine, and Steam frame are all shipping in early 2026. Learn more at steampowered.com/hardware.
Do they have a price? Thank you, Cocoa Water, for the Prime. I'm such a Valve fanboy, though. I'm buying it. I'm fucking buying it, man. And if you can afford it, I absolutely highly recommend people buy a VR set and play Half-Life Alyx. It's actually like a Disneyland ride at home. I will die on this hill. I'm not sponsored or anything, but if you're into Half-Life or into gaming at all, try it. It's crazy. Like, I streamed VR for a while, and one of my worst streams ever because most of it was just me going, oh my God. Oh my God. And everyone's just seeing it on a 2D flat monitor because that's what you see, but it's totally worth the experience. Wait, Linus Tech Tips? Wait, what did you say? Video on the frame? Wait! So people have this fucking thing? What the fuck? Why doesn't Valve give it to me? They went to Valve? Where's my invite? I would have gone to Valve.
Everyone knows that outside-in tracking is just better for VR gaming. It's faster, more accurate, and it's more reliable. Well, here's the thing. Valve isn't everyone, and the new Steam frame took my expectations.
A washed out Mario speedrunner? Butt cheeks, come on. Washed out? That guy's name Butt Cheeks, of course it is.
Of a lousy, flaky experience
Thank
in a
you, Sam
standalone
Ford.
VR headset with camera-based positional tracking, and blew
Thank you,
them
Sock Bones.
away. They also blew away my expectations
They're red.
for their new Steam machine and Steam controller, but that's a separate video. We'll have that link down below. In 2 words or less, this thing is impossibly good, and maybe more importantly, impossibly versatile. They managed to make it lighter.
Please don't be like $1 million.
and higher
How much do you guys think this is gonna be?
fidelity than the OG Index for PC VR gaming. They managed to bolt an ARM-based computer to it that runs mobile VR games and applications. You can
$1,000?
just sideload an Android APK, and the whole thing runs freaking SteamOS with a new element to their Proton compatibility layer called FEX that allows you to play desktop VR games. I'm talking x86 Windows VR games on your ARM Linux VR headset. I would mic drop this, but I think I'd get in trouble. The last part I wouldn't believe if I didn't experience it for myself, but they did all of this with latency that is indistinguishable from the best VR experiences that I've had. But is it indistinguishable from the best segue I've ever had? To our sponsor, Jawa. Jawa is your one-stop shop to buy and sell used gaming equipment. To our sponsor. Our link in the
1 in 10.
Frame is a fundamental shift for Valve. Rather than being an accessory for your gaming PC, it's meant to be a standalone device that can also be enjoyed alongside your PC using wireless streaming for VR. Which sounds horrible. But
Dude, that sounds like I'm gonna get sick.
somehow it's not. Let's take a closer look at the hardware. Then we can talk about how
After I played Hitman on VR, I threw up.
they did it. The headset that I'm holding is actually made up of multiple components. The core module contains the actual computer and weighs under 190 grams. Then next is an audio module that can be detached with 3 clips under the foam gasket. Then there's the head
Are
strap
new
and
VR
a
goggles,
battery
like,
pack that is
comfortable?
cleverly positioned at the back to help counterbalance the device, improving comfort, and also to make it a little bit
Like,
easier
more than
to
the
cable manage
Index?
if you wanted to have an external battery pack. The optics are, simply put, flipping incredible. Like other leading headsets, they're using pancake lenses, but unlike some other headsets that use pancake lenses, there was very little in the way of internal reflections visible in the demo applications that I use today. It is possible that with brighter light sources, it could show up a bit more, but that's going to be something that I'll have to save for the full review. What I can tell you is that under each lens is a 2160 by
Do I get this?
2160 LCD display that's capable of anywhere from 72 hertz, presumably for power saving, up to 120 hertz with a 144 hertz experimental mode, just like we had on the Valve Index. As for why Valve decided to use LCD rather than OLED, it basically came down to the light losses.
My guess is this is $800.
Due to the pancake lenses. Ooh, since I'm pointing at them, on the inside of each lens, maybe you could even see them if you went cross-eyed enough, is an eye tracker that's obviously going to be great for, social VR experiences.
Dude, I can't do this. I can't. I'm sorry. I know it would be funny. I can't do VR chat shit. It's just too fucking weird for
But
me.
perhaps more importantly, enables Valve
I can't
to
do
what
it.
they
I just
call
can't do it.
foveated streaming,
I get social anxiety talking to Sonic.
which I'm going to have to explain later because it gets a little in the weeds. First, let's take a look at the controllers. Valve fully acknowledges that these are very similar to other designs in the market, but they wanted something that was both great for VR and also great for your non-VR applications.
Isn't this just like very similar to their old one? I'm looking at my old one. This looks identical.
If you just want to use your headset as a giant virtual display.
Thank you.
And they still managed to add
Like, the shape is very similar, right? I'm looking at it.
some Valve touches to them, putting capacitive sensing on all input surfaces and on the grips, so you can still do 5-finger tracking just like the Knuckles controllers from the Valve Index.
Oh, porn people are going crazy.
They have 2-stage actuating triggers,
Wow.
2-stage actuating grips,
Oh,
which unlocks
perfect.
a ton of control customization. They use the same magnetic thumbstick as the new Steam controller for better reliability and a very small dead zone. And they each have their own independent gyros that can be rebound for aiming or whatever you want. I can't tell if they were being suggestive there, given the
Ew, dude, I'm never putting on someone's Valve goggles. I'm never putting that shit on.
popularity of certain VR applications, but I can't say for sure that they weren't. Both controllers have an integrated IMU to track positional data
What are you doing, Linus?
and 18 infrared LEDs that can be tracked by the 4 high field of view cameras that are integrated into the frame's core module. These were strategically positioned so that even if you were, say for example, drawing an arrow from a quiver, it should be able to maintain tracking. Now, I didn't get a chance to try that, nor did I get to fire up Beat Saber, my favorite application for evaluating controller tracking under extreme conditions. But from just shaking them around in the menu, they seem to track extremely well. Valve is claiming about 40 hours of battery life off of a single AA, and
What?
this battery compartment is a perfect transition into
40
the customizability
hours?
that's on display with this headset. They're going to have an optional accessory kit that includes knuckle straps for the controller,
That's
as well as
crazy.
a second head strap with a top Velcro piece if you like a bit of additional support. I personally liked it better, but I also didn't feel like it was necessary. Like
Dude, I'm not wearing the top strap. Are you fucking crazy? This shit is so dumb. Oh my god, this strap is so crazy looking. Bro, it's like wearing a thong. It's like wearing a thong on your head, man.
is on the much heavier Apple Vision
Come on.
Pro. There's a lot more to customize on the frame itself, too. It includes a spacer gasket for folks with long eyelashes and to
Ooh,
improve
me.
compatibility with glasses, but Valve fully acknowledges that not everyone will want to use that because it does take away a little bit from their claimed about 110-degree field of view. So they are working on prescription lenses for the headset itself.
That's crazy.
We even saw a box of them, but there's no specific timeline on that. IPD adjustments are handled with a little knob on the top that spins a cog on the core module, and this is really cool. Right between the goggles at the bottom here is an expansion port that allows up to two 2.5 gigabit MIPI cameras, or a single camera
Thanks,
with
Abacus.
a PCIe Gen 4 by 1 slot, allowing all kinds of possibilities for additional accessories. Like if you wanted color cameras, for instance, the built-in ones are only monochromatic. Or if you wanted, I don't know, a smell sensor. The sky's the limit. Since we're on the subject of the cameras, Valve says that they will work for inside-out tracking even in pitch darkness, thanks to IR emitters that are built into the headset itself. And you can expect tracking performance on the order of about 200 to 250 updates per second, which is about on par with the Valve Index. Not something that I expected. Now that I've had a chance to gather my thoughts and eat some crappy airport food, let's talk about how Valve is delivering a PC VR-like experience wirelessly when big names like Apple and Meta have tried and never really succeeded.
The wireless shit is crazy to me. I don't know how they do that. How are they like transferring all that info or whatever with like almost lossless? I don't get it.
Hi Pookie and chat Squeex.
It starts with the least interesting looking part, this 6 gigahertz Wi-Fi dongle. Valve built the headset with 2 radios and 2 antennas for Wi-Fi, along with a third dedicated antenna for your controllers or your Bluetooth peripherals. One of those Wi-Fi antennas handles 5 gigahertz for your game downloads, your multiplayer data.
Dude, all I know is my Logitech mouse. If the fucking USB is too far, it becomes choppy. You know? Let alone like
your voice chat,
video,
etc.
sound.
The other one connects to a very high-end home router, or more likely, Valve's dongle using the so far mostly unused 6 gigahertz band. This is a perfect use case for 6 gigahertz, since it lacks the wall penetration that you might want for home Wi-Fi, but it excels at avoiding 2.4 and 5 gigahertz channel congestion while pushing
so it's actually really good because of nerd shit.
Huge amounts of bandwidth.
Interesting.
With that said, while the theoretical maximum is right up there with wired connections, in the real world, it falls well short of that. So what's the secret? Foveated streaming.
I was just about to say that.
Seeing this in action blew my flipping mind. Basically, the idea behind it is similar to foveated rendering, where the headset tracks your eyes and tells your GPU, hey, only render the area of focus at full fidelity and save your resources on the rest of the scene.
Oh, interesting. Because this is what the eye tracker does. So where you're looking, it'll render that like crazy, and then everything else is gonna be like fuzzy. That's a really fucking interesting. That's actually so fucking interesting.
It's a technique that's been used to great effect on the handful of PSVR 2 titles that exist, but has been largely untapped.
I never
on
even
the
thought
PC
about
side,
that.
largely because it depends on game developers to implement it. And also, most headsets don't have built-in eye tracking, so why
That's what I'm saying.
would they bother? Foveated streaming then. Again, same idea. Focus your resources wherever the eyes are looking. Except in this case, it's not the GPU saving on rendering resources, it's the video encoding stream saving on bitrate. So you get crystal clear, high bitrate encoding, exactly where your eyes are looking, and then a little bit blurry everywhere else. At least in theory. In practice, it reacted so
What are we
fast
looking at?
that no matter how quickly I tried to move my eyes, I wasn't able to catch it. But
Dude, I lock my doors whenever I use VR. It shit looks so fucking embarrassing. It's actually so embarrassing, man.
I also don't feel too bad about that. Valve put on an incredible demo for me in Half-Life Alyx, where they highlighted the maximum fidelity window as I was looking around. And even though they say it's only about 10% of the total video stream, it ends up being
it wasn't a
pretty
goon
large
sesh.
window. Wild. As for the encoding latency, well, thanks to some clever parallelization of the encoding, you can expect anywhere from 1 to 2 milliseconds of extra latency on a modern GPU, and 4 to 5 for a slightly older but still VR-capable one. Not enough to notice or to contribute to significant motion sickness. And it keeps getting better. I managed to get almost
But like,
50
what are we
feet
gonna play? What are we gonna play on this shit?
away from the dongle.
Give me 5
without
games.
a noticeable difference in the
I need a
experience.
game to play
Now,
on VR.
Granted, this is still line of sight, but it's a lot further than I can get with a tether.
Alex, Half-Life
I did
Alex.
bring up the possibility of more than one of these devices causing interference with each other. And Valve said
I don't
that
want to play Minecraft VR. I want to play this, but I don't know what to play.
while they have operated multiple headsets concurrently in the same space, they haven't explored more demanding use cases like packed VR cafes. Moving on to audio. The built-in solution is both incredibly impressive and also a little disappointing. I'm impressed by the audio quality. They apparently had to use opposing drivers to cancel out the vibrations to make sure that the inside-out tracking wouldn't get messed up, and they sound fantastic. As for the mic, I didn't get a chance to test it, but Valve assured me that the mics should carry on the Index's incredible reputation for stellar microphone performance. I'm disappointed because I literally had the engineer who worked on the Index and this new headset in the room with me, and when I asked her for a gaming headset with all this same audio black magic, she just shrugged. So, sorry y'all.
What?
I tried. In all seriousness, the speakers don't fire directly into your ears.
Yeah, but what the fuck, Linus? Of course she's not selling a headset. She's selling a VR goggles.
So there is a bit more sound bleed than with the Index, but
what the hell?
Doesn't seem like a game breaker, depending on what you're watching and who's around. The last couple of experiences I want to talk about are a huge deal, whether you plan to use them or not.
Okay, this is the programmer section, right? Fex.
The first is Fex, an open source project
Here
that
we
Valve has
go.
been contributing, and this is a quote, quite heavily to. It's a translation layer that allowed me to experience a completely standard Windows x86 game, Hades 2 in this case,
Linux Bros going
directly
crazy.
on the hardware on the frame. I'm talking x86 code designed to run on Windows, running on a Snapdragon 8650 running Linux. Holy freaking mind blown. They're planning a compatibility list a la Great on Deck for the future.
Can you explain like I'm 5? Basically, just like the Steam Deck has its Linux-based operating system, what game developers are able to do is they port their game to match the operating system that is on the Steam Deck natively. And that makes the game run better than if it was emulating the game as if it was playing on a PC.
Running on Linux? Yeah, Valve's been busy porting SteamOS to ARM.
100% wrong. I tried. I actually tried. Okay, I'm trying. I don't know. Is that crazy? I thought that was a good explanation. I thought that was pretty good. What? Is that wrong? I thought that was correct. Didn't they like change Baldur's Gate recently and update it to make it run on the native Linux system of the Steam Deck, and it was called Cherry or some shit? And Fex is their version of that, their operating system that's Linux based on their VR. Or sorry, Proton.
How did they drop so much news on one day? The frame does everything that you know and love about SteamOS, like fast suspend and resume and performance overlays, except on your VR headset directly. And as I mentioned briefly in the intro, if you blinked, you might have missed it. With this new ARM processor comes the ability to, supposedly, run Android APKs by directly sideloading them onto the Steam frame. And given how many VR experiences are designed to run on mobile devices, this is a colossal win. And with Valve's commitment to putting microSD card slots on all their devices, it can't be too hard to install. Now, there are still some areas where the frame doesn't seem to be industry leading.
VR Tinder. Oh.
The light seal isn't perfect, especially if you compare it to the Beyond 2 with its custom 3D
Microwave.
printed gasket. The pass-through cameras,
Thank you,
they're
Riley.
just monochromes, so don't expect to be wearing your frame out and about like people did with the Apple Vision Pro for the first week or so. From my very brief, and admittedly not side-by-side experience, it's also not the highest clarity nor highest dynamic range display I've ever seen, and it's not as light or compact as Screen Beyond 2.
Can I be a hater? I'm not excited about this for some reason,
But
man.
it's the overall package that should
I'm a
have the
hater.
entire rest of the industry stopping and going, how did Valve who, as of 2021, supposedly had less than 350 employees,
I'm more excited for the box.
managed to outmaneuver monsters like Meta, who spent $17.7 billion on Reality Labs just last
cube.
fiscal year. I would ask Gaben how it happened, but I'm pretty sure he's busy on his yacht. All I know is that I want one, whether it's for wireless PC gaming, native gaming on the road with minimal bulk in my bag, or even
Like, I'm not gonna travel with a VR. Like, I think, wait, what? I don't understand the use case. I don't understand the use case for this.
just relaxing on the couch watching movies on the big screen.
Like even that, like being on the couch, watching movies on the, like, I would never do that. I'd throw it on the TV.
What kind of sucker needs a big TV when this thing exists?
Oh, true.
So, with the frame clearly taking the place of the Index in Valve's lineup, what happens to all the users of the Index and, maybe more importantly, the third-party ecosystem that exists around its base stations and Knuckles controllers? The short answer is the Index is EOL, but the long answer is
What is EOL? End of life.
Valve would love to see other players in the VR space approach them about continuing to support or even
Jesus, I don't like looking at my chat and everyone's saying end of life, end of life, end of life, end of life, end of life.
continuing to manufacture these devices.
Oh my God.
Whether that'll happen, I don't know, but at least Valve is open to the conversation. Just like I'm open to telling you about our sponsor.
Grammarly.
If you guys enjoyed this video, go check out
Okay, interesting. Actually interesting.
part 2 on the Steam Machine, as well as the new 20
Steam Machine? Does he talk about the box? What's a good box video? I want more info on the box. Oh,
Tested
thank
some of it out
you.
last week, and it's just awesome hardware because
Dude, what is this room? He's in Severance. What the fuck is this room?
in classic Valve fashion, they've brought some very interesting technology into the gaming space.
I'm cold. I'm cold looking at this.
So there are 3 new devices. The first is their new Steam Machine, a console-like mini PC.
I love this.
And then
You know what? Okay, I'm sorry. You know, I feel like this is what Xbox was trying to do for like 4 or 5 years, but they're unfortunately a inept company. This is like what everything's an Xbox. This is an Xbox, that's an Xbox, this is an Xbox. No, this Valve just put their nuts on the table and they're like, here's something that's gonna make your everything's an Xbox completely obsolete.
Secondly, they have their new Steam controller. And then last is their new Steam Frame, an impressive streaming and standalone VR headset. So the first thing I want to get into is that
Fuck, I want to play Half-Life Alyx
Steam
again.
Machine. It's a small box that runs Steam OS. So you get that super intuitive, very easy to use Steam experience for your TV or desktop gaming setup. And the performance goal here is that any game on Steam should be able to run at 4K.
Wait, are there mods for Half-Life Alyx?
frames per second with
I didn't even think
SSR
about
free.
that.
Now the CPU and GPU in here are both semi-custom chips from AMD, and the idea here is that the performance on this GPU is supposed to be over 6 times the performance of the Steam Deck, and it's packing 16 gigs of user replaceable memory as well as 8 gigs of video memory. Now, the first reaction when I saw this thing was like, oh my God, it's tiny. Like, it's basically a 6-inch cube. It's not a perfect cube.
What? 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 I'm just drinking tea. What's the big deal?
It's a little bit shorter and deeper, but it's basically a cube. And it is so weird how small it is. It's like 3.5 liters, and it's like this cube that can play games. There's a good number of ports around it. You have your DisplayPort and HDMI. You have gigabit Ethernet. There's one USB-C on
One USB-C?
the back, and
That's
then there's
fine.
also 2 USB-A on the back, but there's 2 more up front, and you also get a micro SD slot up front. So if you have a Steam Deck and you store your games on a micro SD, you can just pop it out and bring it over into your new Steam machine.
Okay, I mean, I think I've seen enough. I actually don't care. I just realized. Anything interesting about the controller?
Over that
Is the
front,
controller
you get satisfying
a-
click as the magnets suck on. There's 4 haptic motors, 2 under the touchpad, 2 in the handles, and they're all high definition linear motors.
Yeah,
They're not
I don't
just
care.
rumbling, they're actually trying to give you precise tactile.
I actually don't care. I'll buy it all. I take back what I said. VR is the future, and if that pisses you off, get with the times or get out of the way. I am such a Valve simp. I'm a Valve simp. That shit fucking rules, genuinely. I guess I'm a Linux bro. Can you buy each of your mods one? Hell no.